like as pumped as I was when I found out Judge hit the home run.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's Barnes and it's Tony.
Yo.
It's Wednesday and it's playoff hockey day. It's game 5, the season on the line for the New York Rangers tonight, 7 o'clock at Madison Square Garden. Tony's riled up.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. So much to talk about, but love this weather, man. Oh, my God. It feels like it's summer already.
Oh, dude, I fucking love it as well. I mean, beautiful little breeze, not too hot.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you got your jeans, right? You got jeans and
on.
T-shirt, dude. Come on.
And you know what the thing is? I mean, tell me I'm wrong, though. And I know you're going to hit this right in the head. Where would be a perfect place to be? Not the Rangers game or a sporting event, but right now, today, if we were at a certain location, how perfect would it be? Where am I talking about? It's not in Connecticut.
Regatta?
Yeah. I mean, tell me, come on, the pool, dude. We would be crushing it today.
The outdoor pool today, the cabana, with the poolside service.
Oh my God. Oh, and then, dude, what? I don't think because that's at Bally's is a lobby bar. But what's the name of like this? Is it just the center bar in the like they have like this TVs and stuff. Just like on the main level, there's a bar. I remember.
Oh, by the craps tables and stuff. Yeah. I don't.
That's a nice spot.
Oh, dude, it's so legit. Sometimes they have live music there too.
Yeah,
it's sweet.
But what do we say? By the end of the month, I think we gotta pick a date for this trip. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think yesterday you said once a month for the rest of the summer we're going.
Yeah, I mean, which might be a little bit research, but let's just get there once within the next 2 months. I mean, I'll sign up for that any day of the week.
Next 2 months, well, we're definitely going in June, right? Because I'm getting that free camping equipment. So,
when is that?
It's any weekend in June that you go.
Oh, any weekend.
Any weekend.
Okay. So yeah, we'll have to get that going, but definitely fired up for that.
Michael
as Michael joins us. Let's go.
Also fired up.
Coming to us from Facebook.
Here we go.
But so much to talk about, Tony. So let's get started in the world of Major League Baseball.
2-2, he got him swinging. The back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Ray.
There's damage right there. Shohei, way, Cy-Yo, nada, where did that land?
Smoke to Chapman, who leaps up and grabs it.
Story spins and fires. Out at first.
There it goes. See ya. Home run, Aaron Judge.
Well, speak of the devil, Tony. Speak of the devil. So, Yankees win. Once again last night, the Yankees do win the game. And what a game it was. A 6-5 victory. And really just so, exhilarating, exciting, back and forth. And they didn't get off to the best of starts. Sevy struggled. Boone was ready to pull him in the second inning. So didn't have the start that I expected. I said, he's coming off a couple.
Are we looking into that or not?
Rough outings? Not at all. A longer layoff too, so that might have something to do with it. But did you see the meme of him going like this to Boone? I don't know if you saw.
No, really, he's waving him off.
And then I guess Boone said he was fired up that he did that, and he was like, "All right, yeah, no, I'm keeping him in there."
Oh, that's good, dude. Boone's been making some good moves this season. So
far. No, because I guess there's been some rumblings that pretty much the deal is that after the last couple of years haven't gone their way, and he's been nice. Just okay, what do you want me to do? I'll do this, I'll do that type of deal. is that he kind of not demanded, but just said, all right, well, I'm going to start kind of implementing my stuff this year. So maybe that has something to do with, the early success this year. I really would not, put anything past that for sure. So, it was nice. He worked in and out of trouble. But then, ends up surrendering 3 runs. So, they were down 3-0. I was just checking here. I want to say maybe it was the 5th inning. I just want to double check this. So let's see what we got for scoring. Okay, so the Blue Jays scored Springer led off the game with a home run, and then they scored 2 runs on a Espinal double in the second. All things quiet. Then we got to the 6th inning, where really what helped them out is they had a rare, because he's one of the better fielding third basemen in the league. Matt Chapman booted one at third, potentially could have been a double play ball.
Wow.
So everyone's safe, and then Stanton comes up in opposite field, right field, one of those lasers that just sinks into that right field porch, tying up the game at 3 apiece. So that obviously provided a jolt to the Yankees to get right back in the game. Which was all well and good, until we got to the 8th inning, where the Blue Jays tacked on 2 runs, which was obviously disappointing. And this was virtue of a combination of Loaizaga and Chad Green, 2 guys who have struggled. Loaizaga more so than Green, but that hasn't really come back to bite them just yet, because if you look at the other guys, I mean, Castro's ERA is under 2, Peralta's ERA is under 2, obviously Holmes' ERA is under 1.
Castro went,
not to mention Chapman,
1 in the 3rd innings.
Castro went 1 in the 3rd inning, striking out
4,
Tony. So I don't know what they call that, an immaculate inning in the 3rd,
I
essentially.
suppose, yeah.
No walks, no hits. How's Rodriguez been doing? I know we're not talking Mets, but I just
not that great, dude.
No, ERA bloated like 5 or something, or
I think it might be like a high in 3s, low 4s right now.
Yeah.
So it came down a little bit from when he first started, but there's just no like wow factor with him right now.
Not giving you what you want.
Absolutely not.
But that being said, so they kind of
just stick the knife a little deeper, Barnes.
Hey, it's not. I wasn't the reason why the trade went through.
Yeah.
Leave that to the general managers. Anyhow, so they were unfortunately down 2 after the 8th inning, and you kind of you look ahead to the bottom of the 8th. They had a couple of runners on, don't get anything done. So at that point, it looked pretty bleak, because Jordan Romano, one of the better closers in the game. And what happened is, to start off the inning, IKF struck out, and he, after a very hot start, has been scuffling a little bit, but that's kind of part of the up and downs of the seasons. But then following that up, we had a Trevino walk and a LeMahieu walk. So up to the plate came the one, the only Aaron Judge, and a couple pitches into the at bat, he's down 2 strikes, and Romano, in his head, which you can't blame him. I mean, we've seen Judge, flail at that slider low and away. He figures, this will be the pitch, to get him out, and then I'll only need, one more out to seal this one up. And Judge rips the slider deep to left field. And as Michael K would say, there it goes. And it was just so ironic, because literally within a minute of before this, he mentioned as soon as Judge stepped up to the plate, how he had never had a walk-off home run, and he was in the top 5 for most of the bats without a walk-off home run amongst active players. And I thought about this as well. I think he had a walk-off walk last year, or a walk-off like ground out. It was like, where's the home run? We've been waiting for this, and he was so fired up rounding the bases. Obviously, the teammates mobbed him, and then after the game, Meredith Marakovich, obviously the Yankees clubhouse reporter, asked him, is there a better feeling than this? And he said, this is pretty sweet right now, which obviously you can't blame him. So all in all, I mean, it was just such a great game, and it was their 4th walk-off win of the season. We're only 29 games in. That's a considerable, amount of walk-offs. So it's just this team this year, I mean, what a difference 1 year makes. I think last year at this point, they were under 500. This year, you're 13 over. So quite the stark difference there. And just the excitement. Every game is much watched. We saw on a Tuesday night, they announced the attendance, over 41,000 fans last night. I mean, that's a pretty good crowd. And just the fact that you feel like they're in every game, they continue to battle back, and guys are getting big hits. And while the last couple of games, in terms of they haven't had the games of 9 hits, 10 hits, 12 hits like that. They've come up with big hits. We had the Glaber walk-off home run, a couple games ago, and then the Judge to follow it up with a home run of his own. And it's just like, I feel like they're just getting started in terms of their offensive potential, because, I was talking to someone at work this morning, and, I was saying, like, they're doing all of this when a third of the lineup at this point, give or take, Tony, tell me I'm wrong here, is pretty much an automatic out when you think about whoever's catching. I mean, they're both hitting, under 200.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Donaldson, I mean,
Trash.
has done nothing. And then Joey Gallo. I mean, occasionally the home run, but pretty much, almost an automatic out 80% of the time, 85%.
Yeah.
So I feel like to score enough at this point, and then that you're still going to have guys pick it up. I mean, I think they're in the best position that they could possibly be at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, last night they relied on their 2 biggest hitters, right? Judge and Stanton, pretty much. And like you said, I feel like, Gallo every once in a while will give you a homer. Even, Donaldson, I think, will still come around as well, in terms of his hitting ability. So then, when you have Judge and Stanton, kind of just, firing on all their cylinders at the same time, and you're getting some support from those other runners. And yes, dude, they're in a very good position.
You love it too. You're pumped.
No, I'm happy for them. Yes, dude.
Yeah.
It was a good win last night.
And honestly, I have to say, I have to give you credit, because it's, roles are reversed here. It's hard for me to get to that point myself.
Oh, God.
And like I've said many times, nothing to do with you specifically. Gotta
preface that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just really an exciting time. And it's just, I love that Judge is really proving himself early this season. I think actually he's the first person in the major leagues to have 10 home runs this season. So
you don't say.
Yeah, so he's ahead of the pack there. I just think it's like, I would imagine somewhere, whether he's, in a, I don't know, in a private jet somewhere around the world, Hal is thinking, should I have just given him what he wanted? Is this going to end up costing me more money? Do you think the thought, Tony, has crossed his mind at this point?
Dude, absolutely.
I know it's a small sample size.
I know, yeah, small sample size early in the season. But I'm sure Hal's definitely scratching his head. Where does he reside? Does he have a house in the city?
I think, probably, a penthouse, I would imagine. And then I think his base, though, is in Tampa.
Okay.
Because they have like the horse track out there,
Right.
the minor league team, the offices, this, that. So just find that interesting. But I love, the Yankees' best player is really proving himself right now. And it's just a lot of fun to watch. And every game is must-see TV. And speaking of which, they're just about to get underway at the stadium, and we'll get to our picks in a second. But just to give everybody an idea, so we're gonna have Jameson Taillon, coming into this start 2-1, 2.84 ERA this season, facing off against Jose Berrios, the almost Met last season, 5.34 ERA on this young season, 2-1 record as well. So should be a good game, series finale already, just a quick 2-game set. But like I said, we'll get to that in a second. But Tony, give me something on the Mets' victory in Washington last night.
All right, dude. So a bit of a mix-up. I was trying to do some research on this because yesterday ESPN had Tyler McGill slated to start on the mound. I think just a mix-up with ESPN. So
it was never supposed to.
It was never supposed to be him. Which, I mean, if you guys have been watching the show, Barnes has been having issues with the website. I've been having issues with the app,
dude.
So
incognito
mode.
Right now.
I couldn't tell you why, dude. No idea.
Crazy,
dude.
Water damage? Or
It was
no,
just crazy.
That wouldn't make sense.
To your laptop? No,
Yeah,
not at
no.
all. Wouldn't make any sense at all. But
Virus.
It's
got to be settings, but I didn't change any settings. So how would the settings get changed? Unless I clicked something and didn't realize it.
I don't know. It's possible, but also the app itself isn't really working very well for me either. So,
Wait, what about the ESPN New York 98.7 app though?
Oh, dude,
Working outstanding,
dude,
which isn't even a word, but
doesn't matter, dude, because it really is outstandingly working. No, yeah, love that app. I can turn it on right now, and we'll have ESPN Radio on here. And as you know, in Connecticut, the reception for ESPN for some reason, even though they're in Bristol, is kind of wonky, dude.
But no, but
technically it's ESPN New York.
But like Dave, for instance, and
Right.
Rick, are they in a studio in the city? When they
I was asking Mike that the other day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they in the studio? Are they broadcasting from home?
Because they both live in New York or no?
I don't think so. I think Dave's in Connecticut.
Really?
Rick is probably in New York.
Okay.
Dave has family. Oh, maybe they're both like in like the
I feel like they work out,
area.
but then Rick does the point on ESPN too. But I don't know.
Right.
Maybe they shoot that out of New York because a lot of stuff, like you said, is out of Bristol.
I know. But regardless, you would think like some signals are going through the Bristol location,
right?
Right. Where it's like you would think all over Connecticut, you would have good reception, dude. But I guess whatever, whatever, dude. On to the Mets tonight. Last night, rather. So Cookie Carrasco ended up becoming on the mound. Hold on. We have a Mike Citifo right outside Long Island. He is. So probably, I don't think in the city.
Okay.
Maybe Yonkers.
Okay.
Who knows? Dave always rags on Rick about how rich he is. LOL. Oh, so maybe Rick is right outside Long Island.
Could be,
dude. I mean, the man gets paid a lot of money to not play for the Islanders. So.
He's still making money?
I'm pretty sure. I think his contract was to 20, maybe for another year or two.
I always thought, end of his career, if he got one more shot, could have done something.
I don't know, dude. The way he talks about his knees now, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, he kind of has a tough time.
Yeah. But anyway, so Carrasco's on the mound, as per ESPN's mistake. But nonetheless, dude, he goes 6 2/3. I think 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 7 Ks. I want to say 7 Ks.
Mm-hmm.
5 Ks. But regardless, I mean, for someone like Carrasco to be on the mound like that, to give us 6 2/3, really good. He got into some trouble. 4th inning it was. Give up a couple hits. Someone hit an RBI double. I want to see who it is. Franco. Okay, yeah. So Franco hit a double deep to center. Scored a run. I think Nimmo threw him out, though. Threw another guy out at home plate from center field. Phenomenal throw. I mean, our defense was looking really good yesterday. They did a phenomenal job of keeping Carrasco in the game. His pitch count when he was leaving, I want to say it was like 85 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Buck made the decision. I think Carrasco gave up a hit, into the 7th inning. And then at that point, Buck came out, gave him the little tushy tap, and then took the ball away from him.
The tushy tap, I feel like, is one of those things like it's time to retire it.
Why?
What's the point?
Because it's just good job. We'll slap ass, dude.
I mean, you could give him a high five. Why do you have to slap his ass?
Who the hell does high fives? Could you imagine? Yeah, Buck Showalter to come out walking out from the dugout, fucking high five Carrasco.
They usually shake the pitcher's hand.
Yeah, the shake of the hand,
or a tap on the shoulder.
Tap on the ass, dude. You give him the little go ahead. Good job getting to the dugout. Why not, dude?
Doesn't need to be on the ass, dude. I'm sorry.
It doesn't need to be, but you know what? It forms a bond between the players. Like, hey, man, you touched my ass. Okay. Yeah, that's right, Barnes. Dude. Anyway, Mets defense, dude. They think they were the highlight of the game. They're the reason why only 2 runs scored. You saw Lindor making some phenomenal plays in the infield, diving catches for some ground balls, making the out, making the play at first base. Alonso with some nice scoops. McCann threw what's his name? We were just talking about him. I forgot his name already. Strange Gordon. Threw him out at second to end the 7th inning after Drew Smith came in, and that's exactly what we want out of McCann. Honestly, is his defense. That is the highlight of his ability, and not to mention, I think he had a sac fly RBI to give us a run in the 6th inning. You saw McNeil Alonzo. Sorry, no, I think it was Alonzo and Davis, JD Davis, strung along 2 good hits. Escobar was walked. Then you saw McNeil hit a nice double deep to right field. I want to say it was. Alonzo, McNeil scored. McNeil scored. Escobar went to third. That was 2 runs right there. And then McCann, the sac fly, another run. Davis again in the 9th, sac fly, another run. And what you saw there, there was no big like Stanton hit or Judge walk-off home run, but what you saw is a string along, consistently good hits later in the game too. At the 7th, 6th inning, we're down by 2. So late in the game, we're stringing along some good offense. Playing that was fundamental, sac fly RBIs, getting runners in, and then, pestering the Nationals with our defense. And that's what you need to do. And then in the 9th, you saw Diaz come in, 1 K, 1 hit, and I think a ground out and a fly out to end the game. So regardless, Diaz didn't really fold. Not the, 3 up, 3 down you want to see from him, but nonetheless, he got the W. And it was just a great win, for a team that, the Mets should be winning against, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to win those games every day of the week.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't now, would you rescind your pick of the Nationals to win the division?
No, I don't know, dude. I mean, honestly, it was tough, dude. I didn't want, that's tough division for me, obviously, because I'm biased, right? I don't want to be jinxing anything, Barnes.
But I'm just saying, but why, out of all the other teams, why the Nationals at that point? Like, what was your mindset? Obviously, Soto, we know all about him.
Right, Soto. And I knew, I thought maybe their pitching would be. I honestly thought like maybe Patrick Corbin would be pitching a little better at this point. Maybe a little uptick in terms of their pitching.
Is Rich Hill a better pitcher at this point?
Yeah, I'm a little soft on Rich Hill though. I like Rich Hill.
I don't understand why. I don't even think he pitched that well for the Mets, did he?
He had a couple good outings.
Okay,
but he didn't have any bad, like ferocious outings. Nothing really made me say like ferocious.
Right.
And plus, it was the veteran play. He came in, he kind of settled down some players as well. He was a good clubhouse guy. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. But nonetheless, I don't know. I had a feeling the Phillies weren't going to be really that great. The Braves kind of, I guess, maybe would have been a better pick to win the division.
Oh, wow. This is Yankees are in a predicament now. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. just took one, off the arm, I want to say. I think he hit him on the padding. So Teoscar Hernandez coming to the plate. Like I said, bases juiced, nobody out. Tyone 17 pitches without recording an out. Let's say I just seen the replay on this, and actually it gets him on the elbow, but had the pad, so
Thank
probably
goodness.
not too bad.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All things considered. So I'll keep everyone updated as far as that is concerned. So and we talked about it before the show. We both did reverse of what we did the previous day. So once again, we're both knotted up at 5 apiece here in terms of picks. So Tony, if you would lead us off the blueprint to your New York Mets winning again tonight. Who's on the hill? What's going on?
All right. I don't want to be like that guy, but the Mets are I'm gonna pick the Mets tonight, dude. Apparently, Tyler McHale on the mound tonight. But watch out, you never know. No, I think I would imagine ESPN's got this one right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with the ESPN. Against Aaron Sanchez,
former Blue Jay.
His ERA is approaching 9 right now.
There was so much hype with him.
I know, dude. What's going on?
I think he was almost like a Cy Young candidate.
Yeah, honestly, I really cannot believe how bad the Nationals pitchers are.
It's injuries. Eric Fetty, unfortunately, is probably one of their best pitchers. I mean, obviously, Strasburg, I would imagine, is still banged up.
Yeah, which sucks for them because they really need him.
No, and then I know he hasn't done well, like really, but still, if they had put that money towards Rendon instead, you see he hit a left-handed home run last night.
Dude, he left hit.
I've never seen that.
Never. And he still had his shin pad on his other foot, on the back foot.
Position player was pitching? Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, who's their outfielder? The one who pitched like a couple of years ago and was like.
Wait, but what team? I know I'm like talking about this game and I just forgot who.
Tampa
was-
Bay.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Rich, no. It is Rich.
Rich.
No, maybe
Outfielder?
not, dude. Outfielder.
Not McKay. No,
No. I'm gonna solve this right now.
not Kiermaier.
No. He was the dude when they won in the playoffs. He was like hyperventilating.
Brett Phillips.
Brett Phillips. There we go. Rich Phillips.
Yankees
Brett
get a
Phillips.
force out. Looked like it could have been a double
Oh.
play, but hard slide into second. Teoscar Hernandez. So the Blue Jays up 1-0 currently. Yuri Gurriel Jr. at the plate.
Oh, boy,
First
watch
and
out,
third,
dude.
one out.
Did he hit a home run last night?
No. It's just Springer hit the home run.
Just Springer?
To lead off the game.
All right. Well, anyway, at this point, dude, I mean, I forget, I saw the stat, but obviously, I mean, with the way the Mets have been playing defense, with Tyler McGill on the mound, I mean, our pitchers are severely outmatching the Nationals pitchers. So I really don't think, the Nats will be generating much offense. I think they'll be giving up a lot of runs. I would expect a similar blueprint to last night's games in terms of who's scoring. It's Nimmo, it's McNeil, J. Davis getting on base. I would like to see, again, I'll reiterate, a nice home run out of McCann. I know that, the sac fly, the defense, fundamental, nice, bringing the runner in. Love to see that. But I want to see a nice wow game from McCann. Keep playing that defense. Give me a home run. And you mentioned, Escobar on your fantasy team, you were saying?
Yep. 18 person league. So he's, cemented in there for now.
Yeah.
I don't even think I actually. Or Diego Castillo on the Pirates.
All right, whatever.
But, got to start.
We're talking
Escobar.
Mets, not
No,
just your
I'm just
fantasy.
saying.
Yeah.
But also, this is relevant to this situation. I think he's hitting 217, whatever it is. I am confident he's going to turn it around, but he's really going through it right now.
Yeah. So, maybe 2 for 4 Escobar tonight, stolen base.
Do for a dinger, no?
Definitely due for a dinger, but I don't know. He doesn't really have the pop right now.
But he should. He should be a walking 20 home runs. I guess
know.
they did something with the balls once again. Offense is down.
They've been talking about that, dude. It's
God.
so stupid, dude. Regardless, dude, I would expect similar blueprint from yesterday, but just starting early and often throughout the game. So give me the Mets here. Let's call it 8-2.
Okay. All right. That would be nice. And I'm trying to think. So were they off Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series, or is it just a 2-game series?
It's definitely Tuesday, Wednesday.
Strikeout throw. We did get a strikeout of Gurriel. Trevino throws down the second with the runner at third. But Hernandez, Torres wasn't in position, so they don't get him.
That's a.
But it's funny though, because I don't know if you remember, but like back in the day, especially like Little League and stuff, you do that. The runner takes off. Yeah, but I get Bichette too. He's not like he's slow.
I know. Was he just not sure what to do in the moment? Probably,
took a couple steps down. So now second and third, Kirk up with 2 outs. So it'd be nice if Tyone could just get him out somehow and get out of this jam.
Would be nice.
We'll see. And I'm sorry, I know I interrupted you as Kirk pops one up. Rizzo, first baseline, gets it. Is it a 3-game set?
Yeah. And then they're back on
Friday
in Seattle, I believe.
In Seattle?
I could be wrong if it's in Seattle.
That's
they are. Oh, no, they're home against Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Jarrett Kelenic coming to the Big Apple. I would imagine this is his Citi Field debut.
Yeah.
And it's funny how the tides have turned, Tony. That was looked at one of the worst trades in franchise history. Now with Diaz turning it around, Kelenic struggling.
I know.
Potentially, depending on how this season goes, could be actually looked at as one of the better trades in franchise history.
Can't wait to see Diaz close out that game.
Yeah. So that being said, and I know we talked about this before the show. You go with the Mets there. I did say, so I did lock it in. And obviously, of course I locked it in. Being down 1-0, would I really just jump into it? But I did say.
Yes, you still would, though.
Yeah, of course I would. But anyway, the Yankees, I think they are going to get the job done. Obviously, coming up to bat now, you got Hicks, Judge, and Rizzo to lead off. And I'm just expecting offensively today, just some more overall hits. It's been a lot of, swing and miss, ground out, not a lot of rallies, just kind of, maybe getting a walk or reaching on an error and then getting a home run like last night. So I think we're going to see up and down the lineup, some hits. And Anthony Rizzo, I feel like it's been 2 weeks since he's hit a home run.
Yeah.
I think he's due. As well as Glaber. I mean, I would love to see what his average, split wise the last couple of years is. It ninth inning or eighth inning later versus before that? Because I feel like that's the moment where he always gets his hits. But expecting something out of him. Marwin Gonzalez getting the start in right field today. So actually, Giancarlo Stanton with the day off after the home run yesterday. But that being said, going against Barrios, he has been struggling. Opponents hitting 301, 5 home runs allowed in 28 innings, and he's 10 walks, 28 innings. I don't think that's that good. But I've always been a fan of him. But I just think, when you're going through it like he is right now, I think we're going to see some offense. So I hope to call some while we're on air today. But that being said, I think, Tyone, obviously a lot of pitches the first inning, but I think he'll go like 5 1/3, only allow the 1 run. And I think the bullpen holds it down, and the Yankees win 6-1, multiple hits for LeMahieu and Judge. And we do get an Anthony Rizzo 3-run homer. That is my first pick, Tony. What do you got for number 2?
Tricky picks, dude. Tricky picks today, I feel. Tricky matchups, I should say. I think I'm going to go to Atlanta for my next pick. They're playing the Boston Red Sox. And I'm looking at the pitching matchup. Nathan Eovaldi has been not bad. I mean, he's got a 2.94 ERA.
Just not good.
But 36 Ks over 33 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 30 hits, 6 walks, giving up 8 home runs. So still giving up lots of home runs. Ian Anderson, though, not doing that well, I feel like, as a pitcher as well. He could be 4 ERA.
Fantasy team.
15 walks.
Full of ability, though. He
No,
live
he
arm,
really is.
younger
He really
pitcher,
is.
good velocity.
And honestly, I'm looking at their record. I mean, Ian Anderson is still 3-1 in the season because the Braves has that offense, which I think Boston maybe doesn't really have as much. So I'm going to go with Atlanta tonight at home. Travis d'Arnaud, he threw someone out at second a couple days ago, which is something you don't see very often from him, honestly. He's clearly been working on that in the offseason. So Travis d'Arnaud throwing out Xander Bogaerts tonight, stealing second base with the dinger as well. And then let's keep it kind of close. Why not? Braves win it 3-2.
3-2. Braves getting the job done. So, taking a look here, Tony, I think actually, you had mentioned, I just want to make sure I'm correct about this, but I think one of my new favorite, non-Yankee players is actually on the hill tonight. I just want to confirm this before I give it to you. Yes. Okay. So actually, short amount of time here. We have Phillies Mariners. Logan Gilbert on the hill.
That's your guy?
The Mariners has been outstanding, of course, once again on the fantasy team, facing off against Bailey Falter. So I would expect him to falter this afternoon.
Nice one.
I just don't like this vibe from this Phillies team. I think they're all sitting around waiting for Joe to get fired. So that being said, Gilbert 1.36 ERA this season, Tony, 4-0. Former first-round pick, I believe. Good velocity on the fastball, good array of pitches, good command. So I'm going to say he's going to go 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, solo home run to Harper, but he gets a J.P. Crawford grand slam, and the Mariners win this one 5-1.
Love it, dude. All right. So my next pick, man, dude. I mean, I've been going with the Rays the past couple of nights, losing. So why not go with the Angels tonight? Hottest team, well, I guess most entertaining team in baseball right now, I feel. Shohei Ohtani on the mound against Shane McClanahan. 3rd-year pitcher, I want to say.
I believe so.
Yeah. Doing really well for Tampa Bay. He has a 3 ERA just as well as Ohtani, so it's going to be pretty close, I want to say, pitching matchup, but with just the way the Angels have been stringing along hits, they scored 10 last night, 7 the night before, 9 the night before, something like that. They scored 12 last night, 11 the night before.
Didn't they get a no-hitter last night?
They got a no-hitter last night as well.
Was it Reed Detmers.
It was Reed. Do you know? Have you talked about him before in the show?
I think yesterday I was saying he was going to get hammered.
Yeah.
But Corey Kluber was the one who got into trouble early.
Well, he got like what 3 innings and gave up like 5 runs.
Didn't I mentioned something about a fallback?
Yeah,
in regards to Mr. Kluber.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, dude.
So regardless, also, did you see what Syndergaard? Not Instagram, but he put on his on his Instagram story.
No,
he said this is what a real no hitter looks like.
Calling out the Mets, obviously.
What a chief move, by the way, dude.
Yeah, but I'm with Syndergaard on this one, just because I don't think the Mets, kind of valued / appreciated him as much as they should have. And I understand. Listen, missed a couple seasons. Obviously, the Tommy John always is tough, but I think I think at one point he demanded a trade.
Yeah, he did.
But it just why did he demand the trade? And I think part of it was old ownership. So, maybe did he not give Stevie Cohen a fair shake? But I just think they had ample opportunity years ago to kind of really show how much they valued him. Could have locked him up to an extension at that point.
Right.
And now you're going to see. I think he's going to win Comeback Player of the Year this year.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see about that.
Is that an award? I think, right?
No, we talked about it yesterday. How it's not.
I thought that's. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're positive.
Or most improved what we talked about yesterday.
I think it's coming. I think there is a comeback.
Yeah, I think there is, dude. I think you're right.
I think he wins it.
Speaking of Tommy John, by the way, Reed Foley out for the season. Tommy John.
Probably a good
Probably
thing
for the best.
Get the velocity up.
Yes, dude. Anyway, we're talking about Angels.
Yeah.
Syndergaard can go scratch his ass. Angels
You take him back in a second.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably.
And Loop.
Yeah.
For McCann.
Dude. Yeah, I would do that. Why wouldn't I do that?
I love how you had to think about it for a second.
Yeah, dude. Come on. Anyway, plus we have Nito about dude. All right, whatever. Give me the Angels tonight. Another bashing of Tampa Bay. I'm gonna say, let's say 8-1.
8-1.
8-1. We're giving out 8s today.
We are giving out 8s.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to a place that I have been before, but it just feels like now is the right time to go there again. As we're going to Petco Park, one of the nicer ballparks in the major leagues. Nick Martinez, I believe the former Tampa Bay Ray, and Texas Ranger, I think as well. On the hill versus the Chicago Cubs, who haven't announced a starter. 4:10 start here, so 1:10 local time over there in San Diego. Cubs are trash. They had that big game 1 of the series where they won, but I think they're due for another shellacking, another 6-7 game losing streak. No confidence in the Cubs right now, and I just think this Padres team is just getting excited about, Fernando Tatis. He's started his rehabilitation process, from the motorcycle injury. And I think they're just pumped for that. And they're just weathering the storm at this point. And I think this is going to be a 7-0 game, 2 homers, 3 hits total. Manny Machado, Nick Martinez, 6 scoreless, 5 strikeouts, no walks.
Dude, Manny Machado, killing it right now. 7 home runs, like 22 RBIs, batting like a 370.
I mean, I always was a fan.
Yeah.
I
was like a little skeptical of him.
Attitude?
Yeah.
But I mean, at this point, who doesn't have an attitude,
That's true. It's a shame. Put these players in the shape.
Yeah. No, seriously. So, should, another a lot of afternoon games once again on the scheduling this year is different than it's ever been. I swear. Because usually, maybe one day would have like 1 or 2 games, but to have 4 or 5 games, first pitch before 7 o'clock, very rare.
I know. Do you think they're just trying to avoid the NBA and the NHL playoffs?
Potentially.
Worried about viewership.
But then you think about the gate. I'm sure the owners, I mean, what's your guess? I mean, we'll see when they announce it, but like the Yankee game right now, obviously midweek, people are working. Nice day, but people are working as Espinal goes down on strikes. 2 outs in the second. So Tyone staying out of trouble this inning. But I mean, what's your guess? I mean, are we under 30,000 today?
Yeah.
Give me a number.
I don't know, maybe like 26 and change.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, unless there's a special event
Mhm.
or a game where they have to win it to get into the playoffs, or there's a milestone at stake. I mean, is it just there's no such thing as a sellout of a 1 o'clock midweek game early on in the season?
No way.
Yeah,
Absolutely no way.
yeah. That's why it's tough. That's the battle you choose, and it's also they kind of mentioned this. Obviously, it doesn't apply today because there's nice weather. But do you feel like at some point the owners will be looking at bottom line dollars? And I know obviously initially the cost will be tremendous, but that a lot of teams are going to start adding retractable roofs to avoid the rainouts, the makeup games where the gate isn't as high, people can't plan, or it's a double header, so you don't get as many people as you would if it was just a standalone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we talked about this before where retractable roofs is almost like a must for these stadiums.
Yeah,
They need it.
but I mean,
No? Not fiscally.
What would you say? I'm trying to think though for baseball, from where we are right now, closest retractable stadium
Oh my
or
god.
fixed roof.
I couldn't
Is
closest?
Florida?
I guess so, right? And also it's tough. I mean, look at Citi Field, for example.
Toronto? No, Toronto.
Oh, Toronto. Well, yeah, it would
Yeah.
be. It's like a 3-hour no, is it
It's like a 5-hour drive and a 2-hour
2-hour
flight.
flight? Yeah, so I guess that would be the closest.
Yeah.
But it's literally out of the country. So
Right. But I mean, I don't know.
get your
I just
passport
think
ready.
Canada, yeah. I feel like it's the same. But besides,
yeah.
I don't know, their leadership right now is questionable. But just that stuff aside, I mean, a very similar country. Anyway, Yankees get out of it, so they're gonna get up to bat now. So nice to see if they can answer back. Keep you guys posted, but hopefully the Yankees get this done. Mets get the job done later. 7:00 first pitch.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we'll see what happens, but we talked about it when we started the show. Big night for the Rangers. Let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come. Hedman, what a save by Vasilevsky. Are you kidding me?
McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck?
McDavid, beautiful move.
You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
All right. So obviously focus for us, Tony, today is going to be the Rangers. Really it's going to be a decisive game 5, obviously needing to win this game and the other 2 games that could happen to win this series. That's the only shot they got at the moment. But just quickly, before we kind of go to a preview of that game, just running down the scores from last night. Hurricanes all over the Bruins, 5-1. I mean, obviously heading back to Boston now, but you would imagine veteran team, and all. I mean, after losing by that margin, a little concern going into game 6, no?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, Hurricanes really improved on their power play last game. They were struggling a little bit in terms of scoring with that man advantage. And last night you saw them score with that man advantage. And once the Hurricanes have that type of momentum with their power play going, I mean, Boston's defense were pretty much on their toes the whole time, which is pretty tough. But nonetheless, I mean, going back to the TD Garden for a game 6, I would imagine they're going to tie it up, force the game 7. Like you mentioned, it's a veteran Bruins team. They've been here many times before. They've lost here before. They've won here before. And, with the Bruins fan base, I would imagine that TD Garden over there is going to be rocking.
Are you going to be that disappointed if, the Hurricanes wrap it up in game 6 and advance to the second round? I mean, they've been one of the better teams this season.
Disappointed? Yeah. I would say the Bruins played really well, especially against the Hurricanes. And, I mean, game 7 of the playoffs. I mean, there's really nothing better than watching, game 7.
The Lightning surprisingly do fall to the Toronto Maple Leafs last night on the road, 4-3. Once again, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just feel like ever since the All-Star break, Vasilevsky, I feel like has not been vintage Vasilevsky. And I know Renee is watching and getting a kick out of me saying vintage. But.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh God. I forgot about that yesterday. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. It's really tough. I mean, I didn't watch the game last night. I just saw the box scores and the updates, so I didn't really see how Vasilevsky looked. But I mean, I would imagine that with the amount of goals they had in that third period, I mean, it was mostly Toronto's offense that was really bussing.
Yeah.
It's a shame because you saw, the Lightning kind of started off with a, Hedman Stamkos goal in the first period. You're thinking, wow, all right, like 2 goals in the first period by the 2 big names in the team, like they're going to be, firing by the time of the third period comes around. As Barnes seems to be a little disappointed in the Yankees.
I mean, it was like an Angel Fernandez or Hernandez.
Call.
Hernandez, probably 3 balls inside on LeMahieu, who's ready to go to first base. Now 3-2 counts. A little disappointing there, but
is Hernandez?
It's hard for me to tell. And then LeMahieu strikes out. He's probably so pissed. Besides if he pulls a Paul O'Neill in the dugout after that
one. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really that surprised with the I don't know. I guess I'm not really that surprised that Vasilevsky is giving up these goals because of Toronto's offense. I mean, you saw Tavares looking good, goal and assist. Matthews had a goal. Nylander had a goal as well too. So I mean, I would imagine there was like some good setup, breakdown of Tampa Bay's defense, not necessarily Vasilevsky's problem, or not problem, but fault.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
I don't know.
Some consideration has to be there. I guess because I remember like one shutout. I think they won 6-0. But other than, I'm just expecting more out of somebody who's widely deep.
And honestly, 21 saves? He wasn't really challenged a lot, I guess, right?
No, so that's why I don't know. I think it's over. I think Maple Leafs will wrap it up next game. I know I'm kind of switching courses here.
You are, but just rightfully
like
so. I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised either, and I'd be kind of relatively happy.
After a 5-2 victory last night, is it over for the Wild as the Blues take control of the series?
No, I don't think so. I think this is going to go Game 7, but the veteran Blues will kind of put it away here on the Wild, which is a shame. Because you look at how good the Wild were, they had a little bit of a down spin, approaching the end of the season, but then they kind of picked it back up, and they just had, just a phenomenal with Kaprizov, with the reincarnation, it looks like, of Matt Zuccarello, and the way they played, just fun hockey. They had some really impressive goal scoring, whether it was, Kaprizov just taking it by himself or just tic-tac-toe plays and finding the open man. They had a lot of fun hockey played during the season. I do think they forced a Game 7 though.
What about the Kings? Surprisingly, 5-4 in overtime. Kempe with the game winner. Jonathan Quick, is he back? Are the Kings going on a run here? I mean, what's going on?
I think it's very possible. What seed were the Kings coming in this playoffs?
I think this was a 4-5.
4-5?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the Kings again, we talk about these veteran teams playing the little
Kopitar.
bit with Anze Kopitar and Jonathan Quick. These guys have been here before. They've been to Game 7s. They've been down in Game 5s and Game 6s. And not to mention, that guy Kempe, I mean, 25-year-old, I think he was the 29th, 25th overall pick in the first round in 2014, obviously drafted by the Kings. Young player, has been scoring a good amount of goals. I think he has like 35 goals on the year, another like 15, 16 assists. He's a really good offensive tool for the LA Kings. And when you cope that with Kopitar's speed, which he still has, which is kind of ridiculous. And then Jonathan Quick looking like a vintage, if you will, Jonathan Quick in the playoffs, which is great for them. They could make this run. I really don't doubt it. And it's a shame because you saw, I think Draisaitl tied it up, right, to force the overtime, later in the third period. And they played some good hockey, but I mean, damn, dude, the Kings, like that, this is crazy. And we've seen them, like in 2014 when they were the 8th seed, coming in the playoffs, making it to the cup, winning. We've seen them kind of come from behind before in the playoffs.
But you want to see the best players on the best stage. So for Edmonton to go one and done again,
I know, not good,
disappointing.
I mean, after the season they've had, I'm not surprised.
The coach that took over, is he long term? Did they sign him to a contract, or was it just an interim situation?
I don't know, but I do not think so.
You don't think it's long term?
I don't think it's long term.
Because I mean, a name obviously that comes to mind here. If
Barry Trotz.
Yeah, I mean, right? I mean, who better for the job?
No one.
As IKF goes down swinging and the struggles continue. Headed to the third inning, 1-0 Blue Jays.
Edmonton has announced they have agreed with terms Jay Woodcraft on a contract extension. Oh, wait. The 2021-22 season.
But is Jay Woodcraft the old coach?
They will wait to remove interim coaching tag Jay Woodcraft's name.
Okay. I got you. Because it was just for last. So they're not committed.
Yeah, they're not committed. Yeah.
Short point here.
Yeah.
But I think they are all over Trotz, especially if they don't get this done here. America TV Sports, go Oilers, or
just go, dude.
Go. Let's go.
I'm questioning this account, America with a K.
America with a K.
With the K.
But
I like it, dude. Why not?
But Tony, we got to talk about it. Decisive Game 5, the Garden tonight. Shesterkin coming off back-to-back clunkers in Pittsburgh. Georgiev getting way too much playing time. The offense not taking advantage of opportunities. Some fans calling for Gallant's job already, being that this series isn't even over yet. But a lot of negative feelings, unfortunately, around the Rangers. But they can at least change that for a night or two if they're able to take care of business tonight. What do they need to do tonight in order to really, get a hold of this one?
Just defense, just vintage New York Ranger hockey defense.
Trouba
Fox, Miller. They need to be firing out from the gates right away, dude. Like literally smashing some faces, blocking some shots, not letting anyone in front of the net, in front of Shesterkin. Like it's honestly a little ridiculous their lack of defense at this point, and it's obviously pretty disheartening where they're at right now. But I said it 2 days ago: do not want to be playing a desperate New York Rangers team, one game away from elimination in the Garden. It's a recipe for disaster. Okay, for the other team, that is Barnes.
Right.
They are going to come out with defense. They come out with offense. Shesterkin is not even going to face. He's not going to face more than 8 shots in the
Where's
first
Kreider
period.
been last couple games? Has he even scored this series?
Yeah,
He scored like one goal.
I think he scored one shorthanded goal.
I mean,
But
pretty
another
pathetic,
thing, dude.
too,
No,
four
it
goals,
is
huh?
pretty. It is definitely pathetic. But again, I mean, for some reason, he just has not been in front of the net. We talked about it after the first 2 games. Like,
put yourself in
front of the net. I don't
Listen,
know what type of strategy they're playing. I don't know, like, because he has not been in front of the net, which is where he's been all season. It's where he's been scoring his goals from. Was in front of the net. Deflections, dirty goals. Like, that's another point, obviously, is their offense, but it starts with their defense. Lockdown defense. You have to shut down Crosby. I've been saying it this entire series. They haven't shut him down at all. And because of that, you're getting the pushes from the fourth line for the Penguins. It's unacceptable, dude. You have to shut them down from the get-go, from the opening faceoff. Okay? And then on top of that, I want to see the Garden absolutely rocking.
Fans have been
weak.
They
have been weak. It's so ridiculous. It's so stupid, dude. This is exactly where, like, the Rangers fans want their team.
Right. And they waited years.
They've waited years for this. And even this season came a little bit, out of the blue.
Right.
It wasn't expected for them to be doing this well. I mean, geez, dude. I don't think they had I think they had one 3-game losing streak all season.
Right.
Like that's amazing, dude. They had a phenomenal regular season. And it's just, I want, like I said, I want to see defense. I want to see Fox playing good defense. Don't worry about goal scoring. Let the forwards do that. Justin Braun, veteran defenseman, was on the Kings, played for the Phillies, for the Flyers. He should be in the locker room, settling down the defensemen who obviously are all young. Keandre Miller, Fox, Truber, all relatively young. Lindgren as well. He has to settle them down. Lead with your experience. Okay, Justin Braun needs to kind of step up here, I think, for the defense, and lead by example as well. He needs to be throwing some hits out there. He's barely has any hits, I feel like, this series. Some good, fundamental defensive plays, in the defensive zone. But other than that, dude, lay the wood.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be physical. There has to be some type of physicality here tonight.
And before I get to your score here, could one argue though? I know the defense is important, but to a certain extent, the priority really is the offense, because if you can't score, you can't win. You can have a mediocre defensive game, allow 3 goals, but if you score 4 or 5, no problem. If you're struggling to score, you score 1 or 2, you're going to lose almost every game unless your goalie's perfect.
Right, but I think the fault here and why the Rangers have been losing is because of their lack of defense. It's just Penguins are just holding the puck in the Rangers zone. They're getting momentum. They're getting so many chances. If the defense breaks up a play right away, kicks the puck out, offense will do their job. They will. But it starts on the defensive end, breaking up those plays with Sidney Crosby, with Malkin, with Gensel, with Rust, breaking up those plays.
Yeah.
Like, that's where it starts, I think.
But I think also, though, offensively, there's been a lot of wasted opportunities. A lot of times they're right near the net, all perfect position. It's just something goes wrong.
Right.
And whatever that something is, it cannot happen tonight. Otherwise,
it could mean the game at that point.
I hate to go back to this, but the golf clubs are going to come out one way or another.
No, I mean, at that point, it could be the game, but I'm hoping that because our defense is so sound, we'll have many more offensive opportunities. And even though we'll have some missed opportunities, which happens, that shit happens, but because we'll have so many opportunities, the puck will find the back of the net, and we're going to win.
What's the score?
I'm going to say in a nail biter.
Overtime?
No. In regulation, Rangers win 4-3. Panarin in the slot. Yamming it, dude. The bread man. Let's go.
Yamming it. How much time is left when he scores?
I'll say maybe 3 and change.
Okay. Just Shesterkin, a couple nice stops at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it will be 3 and change. Panarin gets that goal, and then you'll see the Penguins make a push. Desperation.
They're going to start sweating.
They're going to start sweating, but Shesterkin's going to come up big because he's been chilling all game. Not even to worry about who's in front of me and stuff. Lockdown Rangers defense, and they're going to win.
All right. So you take the Rangers there for your first pick. For my first pick here, I guess one of 2. I am. Oh, wow.
Only 3 games
okay.
tonight.
So common game tonight. My mistake.
Yeah, Predators are done, dude.
Thank God. Panthers not losing a game again this series, potentially not losing a game for 4 or 5 games here. I think they're really going to start to take over, and Verhege, you're going to get that pronunciation right one way or another. But I think he's going to double up his goals tonight with a little hat trick. I think Huberdeau big time. It's been invisible this postseason. 6 points for Huberdeau. I swear to God, 8-0 tonight. Borowski with the shutout.
Nice, dude.
So, common game, Tony. The Stars, the Flames in Canada, place you've been before. Think I know where you're going here, but we're gonna try it anyway. The old 1, 2, and 3 Flames. You can't take the Stars on the road.
No way.
The Stars are trash.
I mean,
whole organization is trash.
They beat them once on the road, like 2-0. But I mean, that's not going to happen again, dude. Ever.
No.
There's no way. And I think Flames coming off, they won 2 in a row. I think one at home, one away, and they're back at home. There's no way they're going to lose at home.
No, I couldn't agree more. So, big night tonight in the National Hockey League for sure. Can't wait to watch the games. But we got to go now to Tony's favorite place, the world of the National Basketball Association.
LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the 3, and the Lakers win the game.
All right, so not too much to discuss here. The games last night, unappealing, which I'm sure they are every night for you, Tony. But blowouts, not close. They did announce yesterday. We didn't get to talk about it. Mike Brown, the former Cleveland Cavalier coach, gets the nod in Sacramento. Mark Jackson,
wow,
a guy me and Tony have Not me and Tony, but me and Mike have talked about, potentially getting another job here. It did interview for that one, but just didn't quite get there. But he is in play for the Lakers job, which I would definitely welcome. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But on the hardwood last night, like I said, two home teams with blowouts. I mean, the Heat win literally by 35, and
literally by 35.
The Suns literally win by 30. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen that before in the second round of the NBA playoffs. 2 games, both 30-plus point victories. Home teams have dominated this postseason. I mean, obviously, I know the Celtics stole one last game in Milwaukee. I really expected more out of Luka. And the Sixers just fold after that inspiring game 4 victory.
It sucks, dude. Embiid looked like he was struggling.
He went down. I thought he was going to be out.
Yeah, it looked like he
stayed in there though.
It looked like he was in such large amount of pain, fiddling with his mask. Harden was just like missing free throws and shit. It was disgusting.
Thinking about his table at
and
the
then
strip
you
club.
just see Jimmy Butler just yamming it, bro.
And
like,
it's a
my
personal
God.
thing for Butler. He played on the Sixers, obviously. And the funny part is at one point, I mean, I know he had a nice game the other night, but when he left the Sixers, okay, their replacement for him, Al Horford. I mean, just think about the difference. Jimmy Butler on your team versus Al Horford. Take away the other game. I mean, Horford's barely in the second rotation. So it's just kind of interesting looking back. But if you had to say, Tony, I more surprised that Philly got blown out or that Dallas got blown out?
Philly.
I mean, I agree there. I mean, Phoenix is supposed to win this series. Philly's supposed to have a shot, but both teams find themselves one loss away from getting out the golf clubs. Obviously, we will see. So 2 more tonight. Milwaukee at Boston. Boston with the big comeback down, I think, double digits at one point last game, and just really a strong fourth quarter propels them to even up the series at 2 games apiece. Giannis, struggling from the free throw line and 3-point line last game, so as well as Drew Holiday. So them looking to bounce back. I haven't heard anything about Middleton. I believe he's still out, if I'm not mistaken. Celtics obviously looking to get a victory closer here to moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Do you have a feel for this one, Tony?
Honestly, dude, I'm thinking comeback fourth quarter again for the Celtics. Giannis, tired. Can't play defense. Still missing free throws. Celtics take it. 122-115.
Wow.
He looked tired the last game. I don't know what it was, dude.
He's not going to look tired tonight.
Looked like he had hand on the shorts, on the knees, gasping for air. It was kind of surprising, I thought.
When
What's
you
going on
see
with
the
that?
Post-game presser tonight, Tony, just think of me. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of those nights. Giannis having fun with the media, cracking jokes. They're going to blow him out. Giannis, 47 points. No 3-pointers. He makes 12 out of 15 free throws, which is very good for him.
No 3-pointers.
No 3-pointers. Bucks, big, 136-117. 1 win away from returning to the Eastern Conference Finals. So hopefully we'll get an entertaining game there. And then the late game, not much of a game. As Fresh Show says, why are you not streaming?
Oh, on the YouTube channel. Fresh Show. So sorry, but unfortunately, we had a watch party for the Rangers' first playoff game. Got flagged down for copyright because the audio was coming through from the TV. And as of right now, YouTube banned us for live streaming for 90 days. A little ridiculous, but we're going to talk to them. Hopefully, iron things out here so we don't have to not stream for 90 days. But we'll keep you guys updated, and we appreciate your concern. And we appreciate that you're on Twitch now streaming. Thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it for sure.
Look at Barnes with the hand on the chair, the arm on the chair, dude, getting comfy.
But yeah, Ja, they announced last night, out for the whole postseason.
Dunzo, dude.
Grizzlies already down 3-1. I mean, game in Memphis tonight, but
what happened? Clunker from Curry? No,
I don't think he did that good. I think they still
won.
won.
Like 20-something points.
Yeah, he was like 10 of 25, though, which is terrible for him. Anyway, for once, Tony, you got me. The Warriors are going to win tonight. and I don't know.
Oh my goodness!
I think Jordan Poole will have a big game tonight. Give me a career high 36 for Jordan Poole. 9 3-pointers. Warriors headed back. Unfortunately,
It was unbelievable.
to the Western Conference Finals. 120-85. Can't get it in. Any chance for Memphis tonight?
No, none at all, dude. I second your notion right there. There's no chance in hell, dude. Pittsburgh has a better chance of winning than the Memphis Grizzlies.
I mean, that's I hate to say it, but that's kind of an obvious statement. Based on the last couple of games, Tony. I mean, you could give me that one.
No, I'm not giving that one.
Well, take the L. Take the L.
Yeah, you take the L.
We are going to the fourth inning, still 1-0. So Tony in costume. I know we're getting there, but I just hate the slow starts offensively. I mean, how frustrated do you get, fourth, fifth inning, it's a 1-run game, maybe 1-0 or something, and you look at the box score, Mets 1 hit. I mean, how infuriating does that get for you?
Well, like yesterday, for example, yeah, I mean, it was a little infuriating, I would say, but you know what, dude? It makes for a phenomenal back end 3 innings for baseball.
Yeah,
that's for
you're
sure,
gonna walk
dude.
it off, right?
Yeah, dude.
Why not? However, we'll see what happens, but a lot going on tonight. All I have to say is the Rangers better get the job done.
They will, dude.
Before we close it out, Tony, anything for the fans for
Let's
fresh show?
Go Rangers, baby.
Let's just say they better be rocking behind me. Let's just say that, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I think the boys on the ice are going to take care of it, but the fans have to do their part as well. But we appreciate our fans, for tuning in, to continue to comment, to like, to subscribe, to look at the archives on the YouTube page and see Tony dressed up. I mean, everybody's looking forward to that, of course, and in our one-on-one battles on the court. But yeah, definitely check that out. Definitely get some merch. DowntimeTV.com. Enjoy the weather, enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees and Rangers. We will see you.
Rangers win. Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.